a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a...
Luis Suarez! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar! They want to be quick to recover this. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Just about within shooting range. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Silvestre. Kukçu. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, he's not getting his way this time. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Good ball over the top. And he's intervened well there.
Lamine Yamal clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do...
A header! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
No way through. And it's Aubameyang.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Well,
he's gone for goal. Here's a man adored by many, even goes for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And he was quick to react. That has ended up in no man's land. Olise, Luis Suarez, and this is Luis Suarez. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the volley. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kukçu clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Neuer claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. Great defending, strong and determined. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's found a way through. Silvestre did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to get it clear. Tries from a long way out. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Corinthians really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
It's Neymar! That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Neymar! And that's off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Koundé, Olise does well to get it back. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Neymar. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
He's going for goal! Ronaldinho might just make this. And here's Neymar. That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man. And the whistle goes for half-time. No shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I could see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 4.
So, into the second half.
Entrada do jogador.
Well, I think in these
Camisa 14.
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
It's room, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Tried the volley, but no.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
That looks a decent ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. He's a sharp little ball here. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. He has found a way through. Yamal! Tacho is there to clear. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is good progress on the left. Lobbed in behind. Played into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Corinthians have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And that is expertly dealt with. Well, there's the clearance. Rooney.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Yamal back and defending. And he's let fly! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Substituído pelo jogador, camisa 18, Neymar.
Corner number 2 then. Terrific effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Akanji makes the interception. That is good alertness. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Batistuta shoots! And that's a sharp finish. They're seen no way back, but they are level.
Marcado pelo jogador.
And that really is
aos 24
so
minutos do segundo
impressive.
tempo pelo jogador, camisa 20.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We're looking at... Oh, they could be caught out here. Now it's Rooney. That has been cut short. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rijkaard. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Rijkaard. Looking for a runner. Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Alexander-Arnold. He'll try from distance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Camisa 13, Neymar.
And he cuts out the supply.
Deixando o
And it's
campo para a
Serginho.
entrada de
It's played through for him.
17.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Corinthians really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 11. Sai para a
That has not
entrada
gone
do
well.
jogador.
Oh, super ball! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Pedri. And that's gone loose. And that's been won straight back. They get a throw in.
There they go, hunting again.
Quick look, then plays it in.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw
Foram
now.
indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Shevchenko. into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now who's going to be first to this? He won't be happy with that one. Kanji. He's having a pop! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Probing pass. And it's a corner. Desperate defending required here. Alexander-Arnold. That's it, the referee says enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although...
is. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And we have our very first corner. Estonia have the chance to go the other way. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. He's got away. Oh, and Cruyff! Oh, would have been quick to recover this.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Pirlo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Cruyff, and he's running through. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Battling for the right to play in the early stages. And he was quick to react. Zico. And it's Kimmich.
He'll be disappointed with that.
And that's out of reach. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins. And he shoots! No goals as yet. Yamal. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's in on... Oh, Aubameyang! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Opts to play. He's having a shot! Goal! Cruzeiro! And Cruzeiro take the lead. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a...
That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Real chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Now, oh, what has happened here? There's the header! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, that's neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Stood up well to him there. Looking to play him in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Aubameyang! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Aubameyang clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Estonia have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's cut it out. Zico. That's a little off target. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldinho gets into a good position. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that is a great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pirlo. Zico. Oh, red, nice interception. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, easy pickings there. Zico. And they're quick to get it back. Pirlo gets on his bike and on the move. Pirlo really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That ball looks a good one. Big chance! And he's stuck it away. And this is getting better and better. The move. And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Cruzeiro sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Substitution for Cruzeiro, number 21, Lamine Yamal.
Gets us going once more.
Coming on to replace him is number 6, Lionel Messi.
This is Zico. And the finish! And that's in. It is an explosive start to the second half. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Cruzeiro really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Just 1 in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played out wide, and this is Cruyff. Shapes to shoot! And there's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count. And the shot! Goal! Cruzeiro! And they're back in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! Aubameyang! Goal of the glorious goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that was vital. Cruzeiro are looking to break at pace. And he thumps it clear. Succumbs to the pressure. Estonia can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff. Substitution for Cruzeiro. Number 25. Pierre Aubameyang. Coming on the field is number 14. Wayne Rooney.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Estonia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Estonia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's a searching pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Chips it through. Ronaldinho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, delightful ball. He's in a great position here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's having a pop! So what can they make of this? And smartly reclaimed. Ronaldinho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rooney has the space to scheme. Very nicely done. Rooney!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Raul thinks about... Can he finish? It's a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find the winner now...
It's hit the upright.
6 added minutes have been
Oh,
indicated.
so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
And he cuts out the supply. Fabinho. Guardiola makes the interception. And here's Raul. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Kimmich. Raul. I think they're done. They are done. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Played into space, and Dijk cuts it out. Now it's Aubameyang. Tries to play it through. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, the closest thing to goalkeeping perfection is this guy, Manuel Neuer. We all know about his abilities with the ball, but I want to keep an eye on his leadership. Such a vocal presence who accepts nothing but perfection from his defence and, of course, himself.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Yamal. And Aubameyang! And he has kept it out somehow.
Aubameyang is offering a wry smile there.
Cruzeiro have their second corner now. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Fermin. Ambitious ball here. Caught offside that time. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Goes for the shot! No, not quite.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And they've got a throw. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary, and it's Xabi Alonso, and he's intervened well there. Rodri, looking for a runner, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard, passing is crisp and sharp. It's Van Dijk.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Aubameyang. Fermin. And it's Joelinton. Quality ball. Now it's Aguero. Aubameyang unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Koundé. Aguero. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Dani Olmo. Yamal. And a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cruzeiro have their third corner. And now they can spring out of defence. He's going for goal! And that was precious close.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Rodri. Strong running down that left flank. Aguero is in a really good position out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Probing pass. Takes the shot! Rijkaard is there and he can get that clear. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Romero promptly onto that, and that is that. Fermin. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's a quick one. Great vision. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rijkaard. He's a sharp little ball here. And he plays one through. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. Cruzeiro really could have done without this. This for the lead. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 4.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Xavi Alonso. Cruzeiro making some potentially decisive changes. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So let's get the ball rolling.
Cruzeiro can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Yamal. That is good strength. Rodri. Fermin. That's a cute ball. Rodri. Ronaldinho. Very much a man of this moment. Now it's Aubameyang. Now that looks a decent ball. Rodri.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Aubameyang. Just eases him off the ball. Xavi Alonso. Aimed beyond the defence. And here's Aubameyang. Cruzeiro still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And here's Ronaldinho. And he's being shifted off it. Rodri. Alexander-Arnold. It's a good run down the right.
Público presente na partida de
Rodri.
hoje.
So we've reached the hour mark.
61.052 espectadores.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Ronaldinho. Cruzeiro, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Cruzeiro really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Joe Linton really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 21. Camisa 25. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18. Neymar. Camisa 14.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Guardiola can get it clear. He's having a hit! Good try, very good try, in fact. It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Aubameyang. Bomo. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Caresses it through. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that pass just didn't quite work. Guardiola is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, easy pickings there. Xavi Alonso charging forward, the ball at his feet.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Rooney. Oh, it's come loose. Can he get it through? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Teremos
Aubameyang.
minuto de acréscimo.
1 minute to add, according to the board. Alexander-Arnold. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only real... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
Mark van Bommel is a player who is tailor-made to marshal the midfield, Peter. He's an expert ball winner, and he's keen to stamp his authority very early in any game.
And a whole lot more than that, yeah? We've seen him contribute offensively and in no small measure very often.
And he's got a great range of passing, so whatever he wins back, he'll be spraying it left and right in a hurry. And don't forget, he does have a real howitzer of a strike too.
As England fans will well remember. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Mosquera. Ball played for Conte. Messi. Van Bommel. Looks a smashing ball. Rodri. Yamal. Now it's Ronaldinho. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the shot's on here. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Messi. That's a shade optimistic. Stood up well to him there. Pull it. Out towards the flank. Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pedri charging forward, the ball at his feet. Pedri was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Yellow or red? It is red. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Cruzeiro are down to 10 men.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
So what can they conjure from this one? And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Just too high.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Conte. And it's Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Lovely bit of skill. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Van Bommel is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. That's a sharp pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's an imaginative pass. Pinches it off him. Hullet. Couldn't squeeze it through. Pedri. And it's Casado. Now it's Aubameyang. Aubameyang! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cruzeiro with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Palmeiras are looking to go forward now. Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cruzeiro have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. And the counter is on. And it's Messi. Azar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. And he's running through. Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Ronaldinho really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Dixon. And Mosquera. And it's Conte. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Timber. To Messi. And it's Conte. No way he was going to let him past. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hazard. Now it's Mbappe. Koundé. Pedri. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Van Dijk.
Teremos
Pacho.
minuto de acréscimo.
Now it's Mbappe. Ronaldinho! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And we are back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want...
Takes a shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Ronaldinho. Bullet, never out of the action for very long. Van Bommel. Now it's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! He's delivered all right!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
It's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 9.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Pedri, ambitious ball here. Floated through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Passing nice and neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And it's Hullet. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen...
Shoots! Fantastic from Aubameyang! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
Gol marcado para o Palmeiras.
2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Ferran Torres! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! A finish right from the top draw! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Cruzeiro cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dixon. Casado. Cruzeiro are looking to break at pace. Ronaldinho really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. Palmeiras clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Ronaldinho currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Cruzeiro very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in...
And the shot! And there's a goal! Cruzeiro are back on level terms.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
It's turning into quite a gem, this. And it's been given away. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose here. It's a throw-in. That's a throw. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.